for joining us on a Monday on Happy Labor Day, everybody.
Oh yeah,
It is Labor Day.
I keep on forgetting. I'm like, I tried to make a phone call earlier today, and then it was to like a company, and they were like, "I'm sorry, but we're closed for Labor Day." I was
You're
like,
like,
"Oh
what?
yeah,
Oh,
that's right." And then
yeah.
Wendy's like, "Happy Labor Day." I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's right."
My birthday always falls on a Labor Day, so it was always like generally as a birthday thing had been hard to get people together because Labor Day people are out of town, people are with their family, they're doing the barbecue thing, so we I've just gotten used to, like, the older I got, especially once I left Taiwan, because it's an American holiday.
Yeah.
So once I left, now I was like, what's this Labor Day? And they're like, oh, sorry, we're going to do a family trip for Labor Day. I'm like, what's that? So usually I would celebrate it like either the Friday before, hopefully before I catch people before they leave town, or let me just make sure everything's good.
Or like the weekend after
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah. But you guys, thank you so much for being here. We're just gonna there's no topics. There's no movie news unless you guys wanted us to talk about a specific piece of news. Drop that in the chat. We are just gonna talk about our favorite things according to Wendy, and
Yep.
of course we want everybody.
These are a few of Wendy's favorite things.
An hour and a half worth of favorite things, and here's the list. And we started. But thank you to everybody who have texted and tweeted and posted on social media, and everybody too watching right now. I see all of you, our movie bunch, for all the birthday wishes. We see all of them. Thank you so much. I honestly, but in the back of my mind, when your birthday came around, and so Dustin's birthday is in May.
Yeah.
And when it had first came around, I originally was like, okay, so we don't have to, unfortunately, celebrate his birthday, like not in the traditional way, as in like whether it's going out to a restaurant or doing like an experience or just having a party and get together or whatever, right? And I was like, okay, well, maybe by September I can like have a small, because I actually wanted to do a joint birthday party with one of my good friends, and like I had texted her and I was like, what if this was the theme for our birthday party? And she was like, oh my god, that sounds great. And then we had it wasn't ever confirmed, but we were throwing ideas around. It sounded like it'd be fun. We split the cost, if we rented out a specific place. Obviously it's not working out that way. So yeah, unfortunately, but it's okay, because like in the past, honestly, I've never been like a big birthday celebrating person, like, and Dustin knows, like, I'm very,
yeah, when you start getting to a certain age, you're kind of like, hey, if I don't celebrate it, does that mean I don't turn it? So let's see if these two kind of work out. But yeah, and it's also nice because both Wendy and I are like only like a few months apart in age.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's
we're
kind of like we're
months,
going through the same periods of life together.
4 months and 3 days apart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, it so it's what it is. So this entire year basically is a wash. And that's fine.
And I'm so bummed because this was the year that I was gonna have September off, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be great for Wendy's birthday. We're gonna be able to go to TIFF, and
if we were approved,
go to TIFF, be able to see all the cool movies, explore Toronto, be able to be in a different country for a little while,
enjoy the nice weather, do a little shopping, enjoy the food. The food's really good in Toronto, at least the ones that I tried.
I wouldn't know because I didn't get to go last year.
Well, maybe next year. Fingers crossed for next year. There's always next year. And also, yes, and I see you guys saying this in the chat. Happy birthday to Natasha Martinez, my birthday twin. We are born on the exact same birthday. So birthday twin.
You guys are the same twin. Age, actually?
We just share the same birthday. People think that, and I'm just like, sure, why not? I don't know what year she was born. I am not sure, but happy birthday to Natasha. It was like 2 years ago, was it? I had you and I independently, because traditionally we go to Disneyland for our birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for my birthday, you don't. That's not something you.
No, we always. I mean, we try to go either on my birthday, your birthday. Mm-hmm. We try to go to Disneyland on every special occasion.
Yeah.
Yeah, and was it your birthday, my birthday, and our anniversaries are usually prime times for us to go. I don't think the reason why we don't go on my birthday is because it's in May when summer is really crowded, and our passes may not be able to be.
We're blocked out.
Yeah, we're blocked out at that time.
Yeah. That's true. So that I think it was, I want to say it was 2 years ago, so it was 2018. And we had gone for my birthday, and then Natasha had gone, and it was somebody who on Twitter was like, "Hey, did you know Natasha was at Disneyland too?" Because I guess she must have posted a couple of photos. And so I texted her. I was like, "Are you here?" "I'm here." And she's like, "I'm here." So we actually met up, and I think it's in a birthday vlog, and I think it's Disney Bounding episode 3.
Were we in our Disney Bound? We were.
I was. It was the Al Hoffer Make It Blue dress.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So it was a good time.
Those dresses that
she
you
made
have.
it.
They're
Thank
super
you.
cute, and you just pull off that look so well.
Thank you so much. And we have, oh shoot, I can't click on it. Why am I not allowed to click on it? I was trying to click on Vanja's super chat. Vanja, thank you so much. Happy birthday to our little Disney princess.
Happy birthday.
I wish you many more happy ones. I feel like I should wear a crown.
Oh yeah.
This is actually the crown that I wore in said video.
There we go.
Does this make me seem...
You have your birthday crown.
Does this make me seem like I'm just like too extra? I mean, I am, but...
Too extra? Well, it's your birthday. Can you actually be too extra on your birthday?
No, I don't think
I mean,
so.
I think that's a rule that you cannot be. Okay. It is like impossible.
It's not that cute right now, but...
I think it looks adorable.
Try to put it on.
I forget. Where did you get that?
I got it off of Etsy, I think.
Oh.
I think I ordered it off Etsy.
A part of me was kind of like, did we get that for you when we went to Medieval Times?
No, I don't think so, because they're expensive at Medieval Times.
Yeah, it's probably, they're not that nice, and they're a lot more expensive.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, it's the same thing when you buy anything at like a theme park. Or anything like that. It's always more expensive when you buy it there.
And plus, if you buy from Etsy, you're supporting the small business.
Exactly.
Shops,
and I think that's probably the best way to go too.
Because it wasn't cheap, but it was still cheaper than like if I had bought it at Medieval Times, I think it would have cost. I would have been able to
I'd have to double check, because I have to admit they actually have a lot of cool stuff at Medieval Times that you can buy.
Do.
And I just love the ambiance and just the fun show.
Yeah.
That they put on at Medieval Times.
And when you eat food, you eat with your hands. There's no forks, there's no knives. You just pick up the chicken leg or turkey leg and you just gnaw into it. What do they do for vegans?
I'm sure they have some kind of vegetarian options.
Okay. But they still have to use your hands, huh?
Yep, you still got to use your hands. I mean, if you have a salad, you just got to be like, get your handful of salad with the salad dressing and everything, especially if it's like ranch. That's just going to be like that.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so let's go to the chat and see what you guys are saying, because I read Jack says he's got a theory about Wonder Woman 1984. If you got a theory, go ahead and pop it in the chat and let us know. Hi, Adam. Adam says, I've only had one real birthday party when I was 5, I think. After that, I was like, no more. And all we do is...
Adam got
the whole, you know what?
I'm done with Mom, Dad, don't worry about birthday parties anymore.
Because you're also obligated to, like, entertain in a way.
Yeah.
You know, especially, well, I mean, maybe not at 5, but like then you have to like say hi to all the relatives, to all the cousins, to all the neighbors, or whoever you're inviting. So it's kind of like, I just want to be outside, eat candy with my friends. Thanks. So I get that. And he says, all we do is either go to Disneyland, go out to eat, and see a movie. That sounds about right.
That sounds like a really good birthday. You just get the people together that you like, do something that you like, and hang out and eat.
And with that said, that is actually the first favorite birthday memory. So we asked you guys to share with us in the chat, what is your favorite birthday memory? I'm going to try to go through mine, but I also want to go through the chat and make sure I didn't miss anything else. Let's see. Oh, okay, David. On the verge of another lockdown in my part of the world. Oh, David, where do you live? The COVID situation here is proportionally as bad or worse in the States. Well, that's not good because the States is not doing so great.
Yeah, especially, well, and the thing is,
we just don't have it under control.
Well, not only that, but we've completely been like, that whole COVID thing. Yeah, we're over worrying about that kind of a thing. And it's like, wait, you can't just pretend that a virus doesn't exist. And then people are like, yeah, we can. Watch us.
Okay, but the rest of the world have acknowledged it. So, oh, wow, David, stay safe, okay?
Yeah,
wear your mask, wash your hands. Do not touch your face. Do not touch your face. If you're going to touch your face, wash your hands 3 times.
Yes.
Let's
wash
see.
them so much they're just like,
Oh, God, that still happens.
Remember when we were washing them so much Yeah, we would put hand sanitizer on. We'd have wash our hands, and we just get like the cracked knuckles
Still, this
and
one's a little cracked
everything.
right now. I keep putting stuff on it, but it keeps like
Of
every
course,
time I
it's not
tighten it, I'm
fun
like,
here today
ah.
because it's so hot and so dry
Ugh.
here in California.
Yesterday was record heat.
100. I think it got to 117 in Burbank.
No.
And I'm like, no, that's just wrong. That's just wrong. That shouldn't be happening. And also, there's a fire really close to us, so we're getting all of the smoke, all of this ash. When I took Wendy, not when I took Navi.
When you took me for a walk?
When I took Wendy for a walk here, put her harness on, little collar. She looked absolutely adorable.
Wear Navi's like little pink donut collar because she's got little donuts printed on her collar. I thought it was cute when I bought it. I was like, here, Navi, you can't ever taste a real donut, but here's a fake one.
All over the ground, all over the grass, and you couldn't really it was hard to even see it because I could see the fire kind of coming up and over the edge of the mountains of the ridge, but still there was just so much smoke and ash, and then it's over 100 degrees, and not fun. No fun, Dr. Jones.
Not fun. Let's see. Adam says, I'm so used to seeing you guys at Disneyland around this time, and it's always fun when you guys come and visit me. We do. We usually will text a few of our friends who are cast members, and if they're there, we will go visit them at their various wherever they're stationed for the day. And Adam is one. I remember Dustin had just come out of Savvy's workshop. You had just built your lightsaber, and Adam was there, and we were texting each other, and I said, hey, just meet me by the Droid Depot, me not realizing that there were two entrances to the Droid Depot. So I was at this entrance, and I believe Adam was at the other one. And then it was just kind of funny because we were just like, and we have, I think, did I post it on the Movie Couple
we have
Instagram?
I know you have pictures of me and Adam posing with our lightsabers.
I think I put it on the Movie Couple Instagram,
but that wasn't that around your birthday too, or wasn't that?
This was the.
That was that was probably after your birthday.
It was after D23.
Oh, that's right. And Adam was coming back from hanging out at D23, and me with my new lightsaber.
Yeah, and Adam was like, I got my own.
Adam has this really cool over-the-shoulder lightsaber holder that has like all these different pockets.
Didn't he make it himself?
I think
I guess he'll tell us because he's
in a few moments, I guess
literally here in the chat.
But I was just really impressed with that. I was like, that is really cool, man. I want one of those kind of thing. But then I was like, I'll wait for a little bit. And I'm glad I did, because right now I wouldn't be using it at all.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much to Dark Faith 66 for your super chat. Happy birthday. And no, boneless wings are not wings. This was my favorite topic that we talked about on Saturday.
I have to admit, it was just dumb fun
It was just kind of like, why, why not? Because we're so worried about, like, do we have enough money to survive? Am I healthy when I go to, when I go to work and come from work, like, this and that, and like, am I going to make rent this month, or what job am I going to, whatever. There's so much worry. I just thought I wanted to put that little tidbit in there because it's so random. And like, I do have like a bit of appreciation for the man that was like, you know what? This is important to me.
This is my mission.
And I'm going to do something about it.
During the pandemic, people are either like cleaning their houses super well. Some people are starting their own little at-home businesses.
Yeah.
I'm gonna solve the problem of the chicken wing.
Yeah.
Of the boneless chicken wing.
Of the boneless chicken wing. Thank you so much to Jason for sending in a super chat. Happy birthday, Wendy.
Happy birthday.
Yay. Hope you have a great day. Thank you so much. Okay, so should we talk about, I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know if Adam's
Did we have some fun conversations to talk about? No, you got that. You said, you're right. You said you got that on Etsy, and then someone said Renaissance Fair, and I was like,
I'm pretty sure they sell one just like it. I'm almost positive.
And I found that funny. Just last night, I was watching. There's this one person on YouTube who she's talking about like her experience of working at the Ren Fair. And I was like, oh, that's cool. It's because I've been to the Ren Fair a lot, so I kind of knew what she was talking about, even though it was in Colorado, and the ones that they in Colorado, I think were are permanent structures, which just sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Something that they put so much time and effort in that I'm just like, really cool. But another one of her videos that she was talking about is this place called Evermore that's in by Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City. Sorry for anybody who is into musicals, you get the reference.
And she's talking about it's pretty much a role-playing theme park, to where if you took like a little bit of a Renaissance fair, but then added in live action role play, but still make it with kind of an atmosphere in character experience. It seemed really fun. It's only opened on like Fridays, Saturdays, and Mondays.
That's it? Friday, Saturday, so they're closed on Sunday?
I think so, which I thought was kind of weird. Even she was like, I don't know why they do that. That's kind of weird. But it's like you get not a character sheet. You get like a level 1 sheet, and then it says you have to do these tasks, try to do something to make some gold from a character. You have to be able to watch.
You're like on a quest.
Yeah, and they give you quests
that
to do.
Is
and she was like,
fun.
The people that are involved in this, the people that work there are like insanely dedicated. They're like 100% in their characters. They know their characters. They know, I mean, this is like one of those hobby jobs kind of thing, to where it doesn't really pay the bills, but it's one of those things that you're probably so enthusiastic about. You're so involved in, you're just, this is my life. And after you do it for like a couple years, or not even a couple years, probably just a couple weeks, you probably start getting the hang of people asking you certain questions. And the only people that are really going to go there are people who are really involved and who really like to do things like Dungeons and Dragons, who like to do LARPing. That's weird. I've never done any like LARP, but I'm still like, you know what? That would be really fun to do something like that. So when the pandemic's over, I'm looking forward to checking out this place called Evermore. That's by Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City. We have a super chat from Marvin Martin. Thank you so much. Marvin. If birthday wishes really came true, what would yours be? Oh, if they really came true. Okay, I'm gonna try to keep it upbeat because my brain went somewhere else, and I was like, no, I'm gonna keep it upbeat. I would do a very long extended round the world trip to go to every single Disneyland park around the world, and also stopping at various destinations such as New Zealand.
That would Perry!
Yay! Okay, we have Perry. We're gonna add you to the stream. She said she was gonna.
Hi! Happy birthday!
Thank you for showing up. Yay!
How are you two doing today?
Doing good. It's hot. It's hot in the apartment.
So I've heard. I thought it was pretty hot here, but I check my watch is still set to the Burbank zone for temperature, so I keep looking at it and it says something that's like crazy hot compared to here, and I keep getting confused and freaked out for you.
So wait, how hot is it in New York?
It's pretty warm today. I feel like it's probably in the 80s. I'm also I'm like a very bad estimator, so there's a good chance I'm wildly wrong with that, but it was pretty hot when I went outside a little while ago.
That's so
still
funny.
Better than what it was in Burbank. I mean, 117 yesterday. I'm just like, oh my God.
It's nuts. I was texting with Dewey's cat sitter, and she was saying it was like unbearable.
Is Dewey? Yeah. You have Dewey with you to New York.
Dewey's with me. Dewey's with me, but now that she's not like babysitting my cat, she's babysitting my apartment that I haven't been in for 6 months. So.
Oh my God!
Oh wow!
Yeah, has it been that long?
She left at the beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Home, because why?
There's no point. There's no point.
We know that, Carrie, that's what you were worried about, that we couldn't find that day at your apartment is definitely no longer alive.
It's gone. That is long gone at this point.
It's definitely gone.
When did that happen?
That was before. That was like what we were doing, like a photo shoot for Dewey.
Oh wow, that was a really long time ago. So that was Downton Dewey.
Downton Abbey.
Okay. So
I had gotten it. I just got her to her
year ago already.
Yeah, can you believe that?
That's wild.
It's crazy. It's so long ago. I don't know what human contact is anymore.
Oh boy. Oh, that's so crazy.
Yeah.
You look good, Dustin. I like the shaved head. Yeah. And it's probably
to where I was just like
for the heat right now.
And they shake all of it off.
Yeah. My crown's not staying on. Perry, do you have a favorite birthday memory?
Like a personal favorite birthday memory?
That you're willing to share? Or you can make one up.
I'm not going to make one up. I mean, My 21st was pretty good. I was in college and I was in a sorority, and my parents basically threw me an enormous wild birthday party at a karaoke bar, and it was just nonstop shots and food. It was really nuts. But I mean, it was exactly what anyone would want to do for their 21st.
That's amazing.
That's when you find out your limits.
Perry has the coolest
I
parents.
think I found those out before.
Yeah. Perry's got the coolest parents. Like Papa Nims and Mama Nims are like super, super. They're not even like parents.
They don't have a good time.
Parents. Because I still watch your TikTok, and like when you freaked out your mom with the makeup thing.
I was really sure. I feel really bad about it still, but I was really sure that it didn't look nearly good enough to actually sell it, you know? Like I had such a hard time, but I can't remember if it's wax or latex or what the terms were, but like the stuff you have to put on, I couldn't get it to stick to my face, and I was doing such a shitty job like with the whole process that I was sure the end result didn't look real. But apparently I sold it quite well.
What did you try to do? Was it just a wound or
Dustin's
a cut?
Not caught up if you want to catch him up on the kit.
Insight on this.
Wendy, you would actually love this. You should look into getting one of these kits. I feel like you'd have a lot of fun with that class. But what it is it's a program that's done through the Austin Film School, and they basically do these now I can't remember the proper name, but like it's like something in a box, and it's all film related. So they have all of these online courses where they'll send you like a box of supplies so you could take the course. And the course Haley and I did for the Witching Hour was like a a special effects makeup course that taught us how to apply a wound.
Oh.
So the two of us like sat on Zoom for it must have been like an hour and a half, 2 hours with one of their teachers, and we applied a wound. And then when the record was done, I walked downstairs and I told my mom I cut myself, and she had a minor meltdown.
She flipped out.
And you recorded your mom's reaction?
Yeah.
That's even better. I love it.
I should have known better.
Or I've wanted to do something like that to Wendy, like do like a scare or something like that, like put a fake spider in her bed or something.
No.
But a part of me is like, yeah, I'd probably be dead after the video. So I mean, at least I have video footage of the murder. But I wouldn't be alive to be able to enjoy it.
I feel like you might be able to actually like get a good scare out of Wendy with spiders and also clowns, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if it was something like my wound and you did that to Wendy, she would be like calm, cool, and like, calm down. We're going to take care of it. It's going to be okay. Like you would be too chill about it.
That's true. Because Perry, I remember when you called me when you had hurt your foot and you were like really, really worried, remember? Because you were running a marathon.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, it's okay. And I said to Dustin, I was like, okay, either we got to take her to urgent care or we're going to take her here, but we're going to take care of her. And it was, but everything was okay. You ran the marathon.
Yeah, I still did. Broke my toe, still ran a marathon.
Yay! So for everybody in the chat who may not be familiar with Perry, but I'm sure you do, I worked with Perry at Collider. She runs Witching Hour. She writes all the articles. She does all the interviews. Watched Ladies Night. She has her own YouTube channel. It's just I think it's just your name, right?
Yeah, it's just Perry Nemroff on YouTube.
Yeah. And
that's
then she
the
does
easiest way to go, you know.
Yeah.
People look you up and you'll find everything right there.
That's true. If you type in her name and it'll all pop up, and then she shares her YouTube channel with her cat Dewey.
I have to admit, some of the pictures you have of Dewey are adorable. I still love the Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
What do we call
We called him Do Bader Ginsburg.
Do Bader Ginsburg.
And you got the glasses on him. And I mean, and look, absolutely adorable.
I got to figure out something for this year. I mean, it's like we're officially starting Halloween time in September, just because like we all need it right now. So I feel like now's the time for me to start ordering things.
I'm trying to think what because usually we put Dewey in like a movie theme thing. What's your favorite so far this year?
Well, usually it's a Focus Features movie because they're the ones who got me started with all this.
That's true. You can do
I feel like I just
Corral
watched
from
the Focus Features
Irresistible.
movie.
You can do did you see, what's the one with, I can't think of the movie's name right now, and I don't think it's out. But it is a Focus feature film, and I know you'd like it.
Was it Kajillionaire?
Oh, that's a good one.
Because that's the one I did just see, and I don't know, maybe I can give him like a wig to make him look like Evan Rachel Wood in that movie.
Yes, please.
Wigs on animals are hilarious. We put this one wig on Navi for her Little Mermaid outfit.
She hates it.
I think that's what she hates the most, but she naturally just kind of wants to lay down, and the way she wants to lay down makes it actually look like she's posing, though.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. I feel like I've seen that picture.
Yeah, it has definitely been captured. We're gonna get to like one super chat, and then because I feel like it's kind of appropriate since Perry's here. Junko writes, "Happy birthday! You're still doing work for Collider." I am not doing work for Collider. I am doing the Movie Couple channel and various other things. Yay!
Yay! And you guys are crushing it.
Huh?
You guys are crushing it. Your channel's so delightful. I love watching the two of you together.
I'm so glad. I'm so happy to see your. I've never been more happy to see your face in a tiny little box.
and Dustin, we're kind of matching.
Ooh.
Double Game of Thrones. This was like the New York Comic-Con Game of Thrones shirt from 2 years ago.
That's
2 years ago. Cool. I can't count time anymore.
Yeah. I know. It's I can't believe that it's like already, we're already talking about this. Like I can't believe it's already my birthday, and it's like now we can think about what you want to do for your birthday.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
But I feel like always once we hit September, it's like November feels like
very close.
Not all that far away.
Yeah, very close. Well, are things in New York like they're reopened, right? Kind of.
Well, kind of. Some things are reopened. Movie theaters aren't reopened here, but no movie theaters yet. But outdoor seating at restaurants, and I've been going on lots of walks. that pretty much sums it up, though. I've been staying in the house more than anybody else in my family.
Yeah, good for you.
I want to.
Well,
yeah.
You also work so much. Like you literally wake up and you work until like sundown, and then Perry doesn't tell people, but then she works behind the scenes too.
I do. I don't want it any other way. Have you been to Creation?
I don't know if they're open. Oh yeah, they must be.
Isn't that the saddest thing that like that's one of the only things like LA related that I think about on a daily basis?
Oh man, I miss
Creation?
He has not gone.
I don't know what that is.
That was a gasp of disappointment, but also excitement that you get to experience Creation for the very first time.
I should take him. There's actually one in Pasadena, so they do a lot of. It's all vegan. And they do a lot of like acai bowls. They do, those glass bottles that I've collected. And I refuse to throw them away because they give me extra. Yeah. They give you a little bit of like discount when you bring it back for your next bottle.
$1 per bottle.
There's still, you probably have still. I think
I'll bet you anything. I have some in my apartment.
I think you definitely have some in your apartment. I think you definitely have some at work.
I also probably have some like rolling around on like my car floor. That's always what happens.
Me and Ellis, we could start our own creation shop.
Seriously. I wish Creation did nationwide delivery. If they did, I would order like the stuff that wouldn't go bad.
Do they not?
No, they don't. Trust me, I have looked into it.
Oh,
yeah.
I miss Creation and I miss Acai Jungle.
I miss Acai Jungle.
I've only been to Acai Jungle once, and I was like, "Wow, this."
You guys can go. Good. I think it's open.
Yeah, it's open. So I think I have to take my car in soon, and the person that does it is like pretty close to Acai Jungle, so I might drop the car off, walk over, and then eat my little acai bowl outside, and while I drip all over the place.
When you go there, you got to get some of their donuts too.
I've actually never tried one of their donuts.
They're real good. I used to get them every once in a while, but those are good. They're not as good as the Creation baked goods, though.
Yeah. The Creation, the cookies. There's one specific cookie.
Oh, those cookies!
Like there's like they're like big, and then it's like a meal.
I go through phases with the cookies. Sometimes I just want to keep it simple, have chocolate chip cookie, but then they have 2 of their chocolate chip cookies with like a peanut butter filling in between, and whoa, that is Yeah, that's the best of the best.
That is, yeah. It's man.
This should be another one of Wendy's favorite things because it's like food.
Food. I love food. If there's anything that whenever like when Perry and I worked together, when the lunch break would come and she would have this brilliant idea to be whether it's go to creation or go to somewhere else, and I was like, okay, I could be doing anything and I'll just drop it. I'm like, okay, let's go.
I haven't had the by Chloe salad in like 6 months now either.
By Chloe salad.
I'm missing that quite. I found some like new routine foods, but I really do miss those.
But by Chloe is a New York restaurant.
It is. I have been toying with the idea of during a free weekend just picking up and going, like driving into Manhattan, at least just to pick those things up and bring them home. But I haven't actually built the nerve to do it. What's like the birthday celebration food today? Is it like a fun meal? Are you having a cake?
It's so basic, you're gonna laugh.
Okay, yes, please.
And it's been probably over a year since we've gone to this place.
Well, I think probably even more.
Maybe
I don't
more.
remember it.
We don't go ever. So we're ordering a plethora of things from the Cheesecake Factory.
That is all right. That's a very solid choice.
We're getting 2 desserts from Cheesecake Factory and then whatever else.
That sounds like the perfect birthday celebration because whether you're going like the food department or the dessert department, you are fully covered there. And you're also probably going to get enough that your birthday will last the whole week.
The whole week. And we're welcoming Mr. Jay Washington to the celebration.
Happy birthday. I wanted to, what's happening, Dusty's out Wendy. Hey, Perry.
How you doing, man?
I am
Jay,
tired.
This is the first time I've seen him since the pandemic.
I know, right? I
miss you.
I miss you too. I mean, I miss everybody. I just got done doing another Focus T25 workout with the young Winston, so we're exhausted. We are super exhausted with that. But
you looking good though.
Thank you. I'm trying. I'm just trying to impress Perry. That's literally my goal, and she keeps ignoring me. So,
you don't have to do anything to impress me. You just have to be you, and that's good enough.
Okay, that's all I need to hear. But no, I mean, I'm just trying to keep busy. Normally just trying to stay sane throughout all this and not go crazy.
We're literally, Dustin and I are like physically completely inferior to Perry and Jay. Like Perry works out, she runs all the time. Jay, I mean, you just have to look at him. He's just this is a filter. This is all a filter. Can I have that filter? Swipe. Whenever I would see Jay either coming from or leaving Collider, he'd be like, all right, time to go work out. And I'm like, oh, I wish I had that motivation.
The dedication.
I think it just, like I said, tell everybody, it literally started after I had the health incident, and it's just been something to keep myself focused. And then when I started seeing the results, like when you notice that you go from a 46 to a 38 in your pant size, and your shirts go from a 4 and 5X to a 2X, you're like, this might be working. And so you just keep with it. And so that was the thing, man. That's been the thing. And
then you send that motivation and the good vibes to everybody through your Instagram account. And
I try to
encourage people to do the same.
I have a lot of people who hit me up consistently like, yo, I never thought about getting up and working out until I saw what you did. And I never started it that way. You know what I'm saying? I think I told you that, Perry. Like it never meant to start out as, yo, this is to motivate everybody else. This was to be like a diary for me to keep track of what I've done and to remind myself I can keep going. And then next thing you know was, ta-da, everybody started hitting me up. So
Keep doing it.
Have you gotten hit up for like, hey, can you train me or can you like do a personalized workout plan?
Yeah, I've got to ask about that, but a couple people. But like the people who asked me, I told them, yeah, hit me up in 2 weeks and see if you're still serious. Because I know the people that asked me, and I'm like, I'm not gonna waste my time just trying to even give you basic things if I know you're not gonna follow them.
Yeah.
Because when I found out the biggest thing you got to do with any workout is your diet. Like that's it. That's the biggest and most important thing. That changes everything. So like I was just grocery shopping earlier and I was I have a bad sweet tooth, right? It's just natural. And so I was trying to find sweets that were natural, that didn't have a lot of sugar in them. And everything, if you actually look at the back of packages that say they're organic or whatever, look at all the added sugars in it. And you're like, man, I can't even have this. So that was a big
sugars and things you can't even pronounce. When I can't pronounce the words, I know I probably shouldn't have that.
Oh, absolutely.
The added sugar is always just the killer in almost everything that we eat these days.
Everything. But how have you two been?
Nope.
I'm surprised you two haven't killed each other being around each other almost every day. Because this would be real. Look, we've heard of a lot of couples who's like, I know I love you, but we get time apart. And this whole quarantine has made people be together. And you're like, oh, you breathe too much.
Well, honestly, that is something that I've actually been, when I talk to my parents, when I talk to my friends, I'm like, I have to admit, Wendy and I are able to balance each other out very well. Like when I start to become annoying, she knows how to deal with it, but then she'll start to become annoying and then I'll have to deal with it. And we happen to be like this on equal level to where not like both super annoying at the same time kind of a thing, to where like we really start butting heads. It's like a natural kind of yin and yang kind of flux that happens. Don't get me wrong. There are days that I am a complete butt.
And me too.
And vice versa. But we have not gotten a day yet to where we're both kind of in that mood and we just both just go at it kind of a thing.
The important thing is to like talk through it or tell him, we're going to talk through this, but right now I'm heated. I see red. I can't talk to you right now. Give me like 10 minutes to cool down. And then we can have like a civilized conversation like adults. So, and sometimes that conversation takes a couple of days to kind of like hash out and, you get to the bottom of it. And welcome to our marriage TED Talk. Have the both of you seen Mulan yet?
Oh, I did.
Okay. Do you care if because I feel bad. This super chat's been hanging out for a little bit. This is from Jennifer who writes, hey, Wendy, happy birthday. Thank you so much for your super chat. Mulan was disappointing for me. So, Jay, would you be watching Mulan, whether you'd want to pay $30 for it, or would you want to wait until it's December and you can watch it for free on Disney Plus? And Perry, you've seen it. Did you like it?
So for me, I'm going to visit my daughter in a couple of weeks for her 7th birthday. She doesn't know it yet. So yeah, she doesn't know. And I think I'm gonna just go ahead because her mom has a Disney Plus account. I'm just gonna cash up in the money and see if my daughter wants to watch it and we watch it together. We'll do that. But I wanted to watch it. I mean, I don't mind. And everybody who was tripping on the price point, I'm like, yo, it's not for you. The reason they're charging $30, like it's for people with kids who can't go to movie theaters, which is way less. And so when everybody was like, I'm not paying $30, they know you're not as a single person gonna pay $30. They know Disney knew this. Disney didn't do that for you. So yeah, I'm gonna watch it. My daughter wants to watch. I'll be probably stuck watching SpongeBob SquarePants and Rugrats, but I digress.
Nice. Solid choice.
I liked it. I'm jealous you got to see it on the big screen though. That was like one of my biggest takeaways is it was like beautiful. It's so well shot. And it's got so many epic landscape shots that I would have loved to have seen on the big screen. But overall, I did like it quite a bit. And I know there's a lot of people out there who feel differently. And to be completely honest, I was surprised. But I read a lot of their reactions and I understand what they're picking apart there. I get it. But my initial reaction was I really enjoyed it. And I would happily watch it again.
Yeah. I agree with you. The biggest disappointment for it to not be in theaters is all the incredible landscape that Nikki Caro wanted to show off, whether it was New Zealand or when they shot in China. She really wanted to show it off. And even Dustin made a remark. There was some sort of shot with like bamboos or something. And he was like, wow, imagine seeing that on the big screen. I'm like, maybe if you have one of those 70-inch TVs on your wall.
Do you think that there were people who, no matter what, were just going to complain because it wasn't the animated?
Yeah,
I feel like it was people who were going to complain no matter what because it wasn't the animated and there was no Eddie Murphy as Mushu. Like, I think that was the main, like, people were complaining, like, they were nitpicking. Like, you see a lot of movies, people just like, all right, I'm going to find this and then I'm going to look into that and then I'm going to look into this. And, like, just, if you like it, you like it. You don't, but don't go nitpicking in the beginning.
I think the biggest criticism that I fully understand but didn't feel as much myself was all the stuff with the Chi. That she essentially had it all to begin with, and she basically starts the movie like a little bit of a superhero, whereas in the animated movie, she needs to earn that a little more than she does in the live action, and I totally get that.
Yeah,
makes sense.
I understand the complaints, and I understand it, like missing Mushu. I understand missing the songs. I missed the songs too, but it wouldn't have worked for this version. It just wouldn't have worked. So I would just, when I miss them, I just pop on the movie and then I have in the background when I'm doing housework and I'm like satisfied. I just don't I don't feel like Disney live actions necessarily need to exact like mirror image their animation counterparts, you know, like except for Lion King. I straight up did like Lion King, and I know it's like copy and paste, you know, but
I agree.
But I liked it.
Look, you cannot sing "Can You Feel the Love Tonight" when it's broad daylight outside.
Wait, was it really bright daylight?
It was daylight. Where you remember when they were running through like the hills and stuff? It was bright and sunny, singing "Can You Feel the." I remember, I forgot who I was there with, but I turned around and looked at him because we were all at the press screen. And I was like, "Really, really, this just happened?" And it was like, oh
man. Well, there's our collective thoughts on Mulan and Jay's actual thoughts to come, because he's gonna then watch it, and I want to know how much your daughter enjoys it too.
Yeah, if I can get her to sit still, if anything, that'll be
that's also the demographic that Disney's really looking for right now. Is that like 7-year-old kid age and watching it with their family.
Yeah.
So when you go over there, you're really pretty much the people that they're trying to target this movie for.
Right. And I know that, like, at that moment, that's who I'm that demographic at that moment. When I'm with my daughter and we sit down and I selected and hit play, I officially made their demographic list. I know it. And I'm not going to be upset about that. So even if I don't like it, then it's the experience people have going to a movie theater where you paid a ticket and then you're like, oh, I didn't like this, or I did. That's all it is at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Wendy, somebody says they sent you 2 super chats you didn't see, and they said it like 3 times.
Wendy, you're getting a lot of birthday super chats.
I know. I gotta go through them. Thank you so much to Marvin. Did I ever do an unbirthday like Alice? Every day is an unbirthday, right? This one comes from World of Devon TV, who writes, Wendy, Dustin, and Perry, and Jay, OMG, because I think he put this in before Jay popped in. I woke up to greatness. Happy birthday, Wendy. It's a bittersweet day, though today is 24th anniversary of Tupac's death.
Yes, it is.
24?
Yes, it is. Life changed. September 7th, 1996, down in Los Angeles on Wilshire Boulevard. Everything changed.
Oh my God.
I mean, when you think about it, you're like, that didn't happen that long ago.
No.
And then you're like, no, it's like when you think of the 90s, I still think, oh yeah, 10 years ago.
Like yesterday.
And then you're like, wait, no, that's wrong.
And we all feel old.
And we all feel
you know what? When my daughter called me because my birthday was on the 25th, and my daughter, she was like, how old you gonna be, Daddy? And when I told her, she was like, wow.
No.
It took everything in my power to not hang up on a 6-year-old at the time. Like, I don't need to do this in my life. Like,
you should be like, listen, look, respect your elders.
It just was too busy going, Mommy, Mom, you know how old my dad's gonna be? I was like, yo, you are rubbing this in. I know.
She was throwing shade at you without even knowing she was throwing shade at you.
My daughter's always like that. My daughter's always been like that.
That number doesn't matter when you're a kid at heart.
Exactly what they're feeling. I mean, whatever the emotion they're having at that second, you know usually, because they're going to tell you.
There's no filter. There's no filter.
Nope. Yeah. And sometimes that's just a lot of fun to kind of play with sometimes, especially, I mean, because I work at a kids museum.
Okay.
So there's a lot of times when you can kind of turn that on its head with kids. And when you really start to get them in when they start getting like, oh yeah, well, what about this? And then you try to throw something at them to where they get a little confused. You get to see that moment of, you can see like the wheel running in their head.
Yeah.
And it's sometimes I just loved always like working with kids and seeing that genuine reaction, especially when you show them something sciencey that's really cool. And they're just like, that is the coolest thing ever. Just the genuine reactions that you get are,
and it can be the most basic sciencey thing ever. They're like, oh my God.
I cannot wait until my niece can process that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah. You can be like, look what I can do. Do a little magic trick, and they're like, oh, whoa, coolest aunt ever.
Have you seen that one basic magic trick where they have like those big solo cups, and they'll have like, okay, watch the lemon, and then they'll put it down, they'll squeeze it, and then lift it up, and it'll disappear, and they lift up the other one, and the other lemon is there, and then they pick it up, and the person's like, what? But you get the angle to where you can see at the bottom of the cup. And you're
I
just sitting there
see
laughing
like
because you know
adults
how
do
crazy
that on
it is.
TikTok and be wowed by it.
Yep.
That doesn't even have to be for kids.
Yeah,
I was
you
gonna
grown
say, I'm
people
probably
like,
gonna be like, oh, whoa, how'd you do that?
yeah, you get grown people like, wait a minute, you are the devil. You are the devil. It's not, that is evil.
The most impressive with like sleight of hand magic is when you're wearing a watch and then they hold your wrist and they like do something with it, and somehow during that time they're taking off your watch, and so your watch is gone and you don't realize, or they take something else from your person and you just don't realize because you're so focused on whatever trick they're trying to do in front of you. You're like, I'm not that impressed. Where's my stuff? Where's my stuff? I've been scammed.
Misdirection and the sleight of hand on some of these sleight of hand artists are just it's just amazing. I love watching it. You had that one guy come to Collider.
Oh, we had a couple.
The last one that you had that you were like,
Shin
oh my
Lin.
gosh, Shin Lin.
Mm-hmm. Did a thing. I don't think it's aerated. I don't know when that. Ooh, I don't know.
Sorry.
So it's not an earthquake. It's just our knees bumping into things. but yeah, that was a very cool experience. And World of Devon TV also has another super chat. Thank you so much, Devon. Perry, I miss going to the theaters and seeing you on screen before the movie starts. What is the story behind that?
There's a new one actually out there. I can't even see it, but I recorded a new one from home that apparently is playing in theaters right now. And it came because I got really into the game Fantasy Movie League, and they're affiliated with Nuvi. So I did an ad for Fantasy Movie League that they were playing in theaters. And now with theaters reopening, they need pre-show content. So we got together and we recorded a couple of videos just of me talking about movies that still have theatrical releases that I'm really excited about. And I can't wait until some movie theaters open near me so I can actually see it.
Wait, Fantasy Movie League?
Oh, it's so much fun. It's so much fun.
My
We're
mind
not
just
into fantasy football, but Fantasy Movie League, okay.
Fantasy football is happening too, and I am so excited about it. But like, Fantasy Movie League is basically fantasy sports for movie box office. But when the box office shut down, the game went away.
So at the beginning of the year, do you pick movies that are
Every single week. I can do this really quickly. So the way the game works, this really excites me, is
and then I want to talk about fantasy football. Okay. Sorry,
you play every single week, and you're like a theater owner. So you have 8 movie screens, and you need to decide what movies to put on each of your screen. But the thing is, you only get a certain amount of FML bucks. And a big movie like Avengers Endgame is going to cost a lot. A smaller movie like Emma is going to cost less. So you need to figure out what the best way to spend your money is so that when we get the end result at the end of the weekend, you have made the most amount of money. And whoever makes the most amount of money wins.
Cool.
I like that. That's
so
a
much fun.
Game.
So much fun. I can't wait until that game is up and running again.
Yay.
Well,
and
listen,
also, yeah.
I unfortunately have to go because I
we've got to go fantasy football. Okay. What is your...
because I got to go do game time with John Roca and Winston A. Marshall.
Tell them hi.
Oh, say hi for us.
Yeah, I wanted to come by here. I wanted to make sure I took a shower, cleaned up, and came by here before because I didn't want to smell like I want to be alone on your stream. Like that would be wrong. So I was like, I'm gonna come here first and then go there. But it was great seeing you, Dustin, you, Wendy. Happy birthday, Perry. You have my heart. You know this. Stop playing with my emotions.
You're the best.
Jay, you're the best. Thank you so much for making the time.
Oh, no problem. Bye, y'all.
Thanks for stopping by, man.
Bye.
I hate to give you the 1-2 punch of departures. He was better at it than me. We got the family here for a barbecue. Yeah.
Tell everybody I say hi. Say hello to the baby.
Hopefully my dad can season the barbecue well this time. It'll be great.
It's gonna be so good.
He's not watching this, it's fine.
He's like, what did I say? Burn your stuff on purpose. What are some of the...
We're learning. We're learning bit by bit. What'd you ask?
What are some of the food selections you guys have for today?
We've been switching off. So like burgers are on the menu. We've swapped in chicken burgers and turkey burgers. He's very excited about his bourbon chicken today. That's like a hot menu item. And then he keeps getting like real fancy bacon. I'm not talking about like little strips of bacon that you make with breakfast. I mean like yeah.
It's almost like pork. It's just like you're getting like that thick piece of pork belly from ramen or something.
Yeah.
It's intense.
That sounds like so
Wendy, you know me. I am a mighty picky eater, so
It sounds like you guys have your food selections covered though. It sounds amazing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Have some creation to like round out the selection.
One day. I'll be back soon enough.
Whenever that may be, whenever you do get to come back to LA, let's do like a double run of acai, jungle, and creation.
I don't know if I can handle that, but I think that's going to have to be a must after all this time away from it. And
we're like, too much food.
Wait. We should add 3 things. So we should do acai jungle, go pick up creation, and then go back to my place and have a prosecco night with Dilly.
Oh my gosh! And then for dinner, we'll do by Chloe. We'll Postmate it. Done.
I'm so excited about this, but now it's going to make me not being able to come back immediately even harder.
Whenever you can, it's okay. It's okay. Whenever you can, and then we'll get rid of the spider carcass, and everything's gonna be perfect.
That's been like the biggest thing that I keep telling my cat sitter, by the way, when she checks on the apartment, like just make sure the spiders haven't taken over.
Oh God, I think you're okay. I think
it'll be fine. She keeps telling me it's fine, and I'm choosing to believe her. When happy birthday.
Thank you.
You two keep staying safe.
You too.
Keep in touch. Let's do this soon. Come visit my channel.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely.
You both have an open invitation anytime you want.
Thank you. Have fun today. Thanks for
Happy
stopping
birthday.
by. That was so much fun. Thank you to both Perry and Jay for taking the time to stop by, because I sent out an email and I was like, it's Labor Day. Like, who's gonna I actually got a couple of text messages. A lot of the people who I invited are driving home from like visiting their families. But I so appreciate it because I wasn't expecting it at all. I was just kind of like, it's fun. So I super appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoy seeing a couple of different faces pop off on the channel. And
it's always nice to have guests over.
Always fun.
Just over for tea, kind of a thing.
I'll have to text them both later. I'm like melting, you guys. It's hot in here.
Here, hold on a second. I can turn the fan towards us.
Sorry. Oh my gosh, it's Ken Knapsack.
Oh, what?
Hey, what's up, Wendy? Happy birthday.
How are you? Thank you so much.
Pleasure to stop by. I'm here for a few minutes, recording on a Force Center break, but I wanted to make time to say happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much. You look amazing. I like the mighty like Thor beard that you're rocking. It looks good.
It's time has colored this beard well, but yeah. What are you doing for this birthday other than this wonderful live stream? How are you finding ways to celebrate?
We are, and I told Perry and Jay, you just missed them. They were just in here. And they were saying hello, and we're gonna do the most basic thing that I can think of is I am ordering food and dessert from the Cheesecake Factory, and that's what we're having for dinner.
This is great. This is great. What is your cheesecake of choice?
Oh, okay.
We're gonna get 2 of them.
We're getting no. We're getting 1 cheesecake and 1 Linda's fudge cake because I'm gonna warm that up with a glass of milk and it's gonna be fantastic. I want the most awesome milk mustache.
Yeah.
And then cheesecake. I actually like the tiramisu cheesecake. That's not a favorite amongst most people, but I like it.
No, that's enough. First of all, I really respect that Dustin's like, we're getting 2.
we can get 3 desserts. It's perfect.
Yeah. And what's great is that, you just put them in the fridge and they last forever.
Who doesn't like weeks old cheesecake just unthawed? No, I like because I want to know. That's great. May I pry as to what your cheesecake birthday meal of choice is?
I don't know Dustin's, but I'm getting the pasta da Vinci, the dinner size, because that was always my favorite. And it's been like over a year since I've had Cheesecake Factory, so I'm going to indulge a little bit.
Dustin?
Cheesecake has one of the biggest menus I have ever seen. I'm probably going to lean towards some kind of steak or something.
Right.
But, indulge a little bit for the special occasion with the special young lady. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to let the moment take me kind of a thing. What do I feel like in this moment while I'm looking at the menu?
Yeah, I respect that because I wish I had that. If I go to a restaurant, I have in mind what I want and I try to branch off and I can't. So Cheesecake Factory, there is a shrimp LT, a BLT with shrimp that I always go to every time.
Ooh.
That sounds so like
That sounds really
sophisticated.
good.
Like BLT, we don't know her.
Yeah.
BLT.
It sounds sophisticated, Wendy, until I try to eat it, and then it's just everywhere,
and then it's just all over the place.
and it becomes a
You
salad.
get one shoot that just goes pew.
Pew. Ben, real quick before you have to go, how was Mark Ellis and Friends live?
Oh, thanks for asking. It was a lot of fun. It was a historic evening. We were the first stand-up comics ever to do a live stream comedy show there. So that was cool. We were kind of setting new ground. And then it was hot. Obviously, everywhere it's hot, but the AC went out in the building. We were actually stepping outside into the 115-degree weather to cool down.
Oh my God.
We had to do the show, and we all just kind of collectively decided we're not going to let this get us down or complain. And, how could we complain? You had Amanda McCouga there, pregnant, not complaining, sitting in the heat with us in the Viper room. So
you couldn't complain if the pregnant lady wasn't going to complain.
What are you going to do? She's like, I'll make it work. So we made it work, and we therefore had a lot of fun. We wish we could have people live in the audience in person, but virtually was just as fun.
Yeah, we had a thing, so we had to miss it, and I almost contemplated on canceling, but I would have canceled on like 8 other people.
No.
And I was just like, no. Do you think, and I know I probably should ask Ellis this as well, but do you think there'll be more opportunities to see this format in the future from you guys?
I've got a meeting tomorrow. Yeah. This is and shout out, this was made, Sean Healy Productions have been working with Ellis, going around touring the country and everything that worked. But the two that made this possible was Christian Ruvalcaba and Brian Perez of Wangers. They were there as the tech crew, just 2-man crew, 3-camera shoot, live streaming it out to the world as it went.
Top-notch team.
Yeah, they made it possible. Yeah, their skills. So it was good.
Good. I am so excited because I remember when was the last Mark Ellis live thing? Oh yeah, it was at that place in LA that I can't remember.
Oh, that one. Well, we actually were in Vegas early March, right before the lockdown. We were in Vegas for Mark Ellis and Friends, but the last one in town was, there was a couple of them, but I know the one you're talking about, the LA one. Yeah. And
I had so much fun. I like the trio of you, Ellis, and Josh is like the best. It honestly, because you guys play off each other, you're all friends. It's the best. And then I saw the photos of the 3 of you collectively sweating through t-shirts, literally sweating through t-shirts.
And I decided to wear a real nice white denim jacket for a rock and roll club vibe look. And I didn't have it on during the off times, obviously, but on stage, I've never had my eyelids sweat that much.
Who knew? Oh, you're like, I have sweat glands where?
It's crazy. And I see people in chat asking where Grace is. Grace sends her happy birthday wishes. She's actually recording Think Piecing right now. Couldn't move that schedule time, but she wanted to specifically say happy birthday and
Thank you.
If she hasn't already, she'll text you something sweet.
She did at 9 o'clock this morning on the dot. Grace has her schedule and she sticks to it. And that's what I like about when Grace and I do Zoom calls, whether it's a casual thing or for Reiki. Yeah. She's like ready to go. And then if she can't do it because like the doggies are having like some existential crisis, then she'll be like, hey, ratsies, or usually it's bats. It's usually not ratsy. Did you enjoy the Reiki? Have you gone under the Reiki treatment there? You don't have to share details of the session because sometimes they can be personal and insightful is what I'm trying to say. How'd you like the Reiki? I loved it. The first time we did it, and it had been a long time since I've done Reiki, so it was much needed. And we were talking just via text, and she's like, "I feel like you need a session." So we scheduled one. And she did it, and I definitely had my release, aka a lot of like almost sobbing. I actually put my mic on mute so she wouldn't have to hear me sob. And coming out of it and everything, and I just felt so good. And we kind of like exchanged. She would tell me what some of the things she focused on, and I would give her my response, and some of them match up, like physically how you feel match up, and I'm like, that is insane. Yeah, Wendy always seems so much less tense. She seems to be worrying a lot less. There's just so much stuff that's going on right now where Wendy's just constantly stressed out, intense. And those Reiki sessions, you can visibly tell that it's. And my skin somehow looks a lot better afterwards. I don't know how Grace does it, but she like gives me also like a little mini skincare routine.
You have flawless skin, anyways, Wendy. So I can imagine it's only better. As do you, Dustin. By the way.
Oh,
He
gosh,
actually really does.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Not when. No. Okay. No.
We can fight about this off camera.
No, that's great to hear. It's a great endorsement for Grace's business. Anyone out there go want some Reiki, you can hire.
Oh gosh, healing,
Yeah.
Reiki healing with Grace. I think it's.
Yeah.
No, I'm a bad friend.
No, you're
I'm
a
gonna
great.
look it up right now.
You're a
Reiki.
great friend.
Yes, Reiki healing with Grace.
Yep, look it up on Instagram. But no, that's great. Good stuff. I wasn't asking for that big endorsement there, but I just wanted to maybe Dustin, we can have you do the Reiki in the Darth Vader outfit.
Oh yeah, of course.
Reiki the outfit.
Hey,
I think that. Well, I'd definitely be probably releasing a lot of tension throughout the suit.
There you go.
But
Sith energy.
All that Sith. It's the Sith sweatiness.
Do you come out as Anakin Skywalker? Then?
Maybe. Well, I don't.
Force Ghost.
Force Ghost.
Dustin, what?
Force Ghost Anakin better.
Oh, look what I got for my birthday, Ken.
Mm-hmm.
Dustin got it for me.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what am I looking at? There's some art pieces, or what is that?
They're notebooks. They're
Oh,
the
nice.
Women of the Galaxy creation.
Oh, that's
on the back. They got cool artwork as well.
Oh, that Leia one. Oh, they're all great. That Leia one. I just that's the best. I love that.
Really fantastic.
So, that's great. Yay. That's great. Did you get any new, brand new Her Universe stuff for your birthday, Wendy?
I bought myself like a while ago. Oh no, that's a lie. I bought myself a new Wonder Woman color block dress. My friend Adria won the Her Universe fashion show in 2019. So this is her collection. And I was just like, obviously you have to be wary of how much I spend on certain things. And I was like, I have to buy one thing at least to support my friend. And I picked the dress because it looked comfy.
That's great.
I'm home all the time now. So like it doesn't have pants. And I'm like, all right, great. I don't need pants.
Who needs pants right now?
Who needs pants? Shirt, dress, covered.
Overrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soon.
I own one kilt, my old Roddy Piper kilt that I wore, and I wore it in wrestling too. I'm thinking of just wearing it today.
There you go. Are you guys okay in Burbank? Did it get super hot yesterday?
Yeah, no, it's hot. It's hot. We're a little cooler today, but yesterday was in that 115, 120 range. And I've been out in LA a long time and can get used to the heat, and it's okay. But it's worst things in the world, but it definitely smacks you upside the face.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
yeah, I've been in Los Angeles County almost all my life.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't think it's ever gotten up to 117 or this bad of a September. I mean, holy cow. We went those 2 long weeks of just constantly hitting 100.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my gosh, when is it going to end?
Yeah.
Right. And I had contemplated, we don't have a pool, and we have some wall AC units that are pretty darn good, some fans. We don't have central air in this spot. I have in the other locations I've lived at, but about 2 weeks ago, I almost bought an inflatable pool, like an adult-sized inflatable pool with a little bench in it, and I didn't. I shamed myself, Wendy.
No.
Now I wish I had, though. It might have been so hot that it might have not been good to sit in anyway. So I don't know.
It might have just been all evaporated out by the time you're actually able to sit down in it and enjoy it.
You're just
Yeah, burn your skin.
Backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Maybe next time.
maybe next LA heat wave.
Yeah.
Then you'll be ready with your kiddie pool.
Absolutely.
You can buy one for the dogs.
I don't think Baxter's literally afraid of his own water bowl. Like the water moves in the shadows and he runs away from it.
But he's so courageous in other endeavors.
He's very tough. He won't let me walk down the hallway anymore if Grace is in the room. So yeah, he's tough until he has to sip his own water.
Oh,
he's like, no, you shall not pass.
What if you walk toward him with his water bowl and you're like, all right, Bax, I'm coming in.
I think it's a weapon. Yeah, no, he literally, I mean, you've seen the hallway in our house, Wendy. He stands, and Dustin, you were here too. I forget that for the Halloween party last year. That hallway, he'll stand and he'll square up and try to block me from heading down. So he's a tough Chihuahua in his brain.
Bax might be the toughest Chihuahua I have ever known.
He bit your finger off, right? No?
It was just a little, and you know what's crazy is Grace and I had just gotten done recording an episode of Geek and Glitter, and like Bax was literally, and I think she told you this already. Yeah. He was kissing my hand the whole time. It was face kisses. It was, and Grace is like, oh my gosh, and I was like, oh my gosh. I had a lap dog for the whole time. I was like, this is amazing. I stand up, I go to the bathroom, I washed my hands.
Yeah.
I came out. Bax was like, "Excuse me, you washed my kisses?
Yeah.
How dare you?"
I smell lavender soap. Yeah.
I must bite that
Yeah,
hand.
Bax was not having it. So when I reached out for my laptop, he like came in and I was like,
Yeah.
It didn't hurt. It didn't hurt. It was just I was so crushed. I was like,
I
know,
thought we had a moment.
he hates me now.
I do have to roll soon, but I see on the lower third says favorite birthday memory. Wendy, have you been discussing this in the entire episode, or?
We have not gotten to it because everybody's been showing up, and I'm like, you know what? It's fine. I just had topics put that like picked out just in case I needed like some talking points, but obviously it was not needed because I have all my amazing friends stopping by today.
All right. I was curious. I was curious to hear, but I do have to roll soon. Just want to say happy birthday, Wendy. You're one of the best. You're so loyal and so happy and such a hard worker. And I want great things to happen to you. And I know a lot of great things have already happened to you, but I know you're looking into, like a lot of us, new chapters of what's next in career and all that kind of good stuff. And I wish you the best. And just thank you for being such a cool friend and coworker over the years.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for stopping by. And I am positive that our friendship will continue on past whether, regardless of where we work. Absolutely. And also before you go, please let everybody know where they can find you.
Yeah. Go to @KenNapzok or go to KenNapzok.com to link to all the other things we got going on and all that kind of good stuff. And we'll update you all on the live comedy shows and other live kind of shows coming soon.
Yes. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a good rest of your recording session.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. That was so fun.
I love how it seems like everyone is, we're getting a good pace here where we get to have one guest, two guests, then they leave, and then someone else comes in.
That's really sweet. I love it. I love Ken. Ken's really, really great. Full of Star Wars knowledge, full of knowledge in general. Like Ken's like, if you talk to him about just anything, you can have a very full, like well-rounded, meaningful conversation with Ken. And I'm so sorry, I'm not ignoring you guys' super chat. I'm trying to get to them, but then that was the first time I've seen Ken in a really long time in a box. Like Grace and I chat all the time, but Ken and I don't.
And Ken wrote a book, huh?
Ken wrote a book on I think it was
on Star Wars.
I can't remember. Hold on.
I find it amazing that anyone could actually spend that much time to actually write a book. Because I would never be able
Why
to
We
write
Love
a
Star
book.
Wars is what it's called. It's available on Audible, it looks like. It's available. And he like wrote it and published it himself.
Which is super impressive.
It's not easy. It's always super impressive. He is like just persevere through everything. So we're so happy everybody's been stopping by today. Yay! Marvin Martin, thank you so much for super chat. Sorry for not getting it sooner. Hopefully you're still here hanging out with us in the chat. Watch Mulan's Pitch Meeting and Honest Trailer. Didn't realize those were up. I don't know what Pitch Meeting is, but we know what Honest Trailer is, so we will check that out.
Pitch Meeting is a guy who's pretending to go in as like a writer to pitch his idea for a certain movie to a producer. It's the same guy. I think it's the same guy who plays both roles, and he kind of like makes fun of the concepts that they have in said movie.
Oh, okay. I like that. Cool. Didn't know about it. How did I know? It's popular?
Yeah, it's pretty. It's pretty popular.
I live under a rock, guys.
Up there. Well, no, and it's one of those. I've watched a couple of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's along the same lines as Honest Trailer.
Yeah. Okay, but not by the same people.
No.
Okay.
Ooh, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay. Well, we'll check it out. Thank you for letting us know. This one comes from William Hankins. Thank you so much for your super chat. And again, so sorry for taking so long to get to it. Wendy, happy birthday. Bless you. Thank you so much. Mulan has mixed reviews. So should I wait for Shang-Chi from Marvel? And my son said Mulan lost in its CGI. Is it true? I would say, first of all, I feel like the mixed review is everybody's gonna view movies differently, right? And as a movie critic, I use that lightly because I still don't consider myself a critic. Like film review, I don't know. I like to call myself a film reviewer.
Well, you are a part of a critic society.
This is true. I am part of the. Yeah.
You actually have also written critic reviews and done a lot of. So you're
okay. It feels weird. It feels weird. Okay. I'm uncomfortable. But when we talk about movies and we give it a positive or a negative review, it's not to convince somebody of otherwise. It's not to convince you if your view differs. It's not to convince you this movie is actually good and you're wrong, or this movie is bad and you're actually wrong. It is not that. It is to give you our perspective of a movie, of the same movie that you watch, maybe give you a different insight, seeing it from various perspectives, because everybody comes from different backgrounds. So people with different backgrounds are gonna, regardless of race, gender, whatever, like everybody's gonna, whether they could connect to a movie more so than some other people. So this is why movie, film, art, things like that are very subjective. So it's never ever our intention when we give a review to say this is the definitive answer and this movie is good. Like if you disagree, you can totally disagree. That's okay. You absolutely don't have to like it.
Movies are purely subjective.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have the worst movie in the world, a lot of people love, while a lot of other people are like, nah, it's a terrible, stupid movie. I mean,
right.
It's so subjective. It's what people like, dislike. If you like this kind of genre, if you like this kind of movie-going experience, then yeah, I mean, it's so weird to be able to try and sometimes talk about movies in a way to where people don't get too, no, you're wrong. And we just need to have more, hey, you like it? Awesome. Wasn't my cup of tea kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, overall,
glad you enjoyed it. Yeah. It's always good when, like, even when we don't like something, for example, The Snowman. We didn't like The Snowman. But there's other people that's like, like message me, be like, hey, I really enjoyed it. And I'm like, you know what? I am so glad. I am so glad you had a positive experience. I wish I did. I didn't. But it's what it is. So to answer the rest of your question, William, Shang-Chi and Mulan are two very different movies. Mulan is a Chinese like folklore story legend. That's very, very old. Shang-Chi comic book movie, so it's going to have and it's also part of the MCU, so it's going to kind of have that sort of a style. I don't really want to compare the two, other than like their titular hero are from Asia. So other than that, I don't believe Mulan got lost in its CGI. I will say there are certain parts where they use special effects towards the beginning of the film that I didn't love. I felt like it was. It felt like it stuck out. But that was in the very, very, very beginning. Some of the CGI later on, honestly, it wasn't distracting for me. I don't think it's something I would like completely. Is it perfect? No. Is it better than some of the things I've seen? Yes. Is it worse than some of the things I've seen? Yes. So it just really depends. Like if you feel that you are okay with and you're able to afford the $30 premium and you're curious to watch it and you don't want to wait, that's the big thing too. If you don't want to wait, then you can pay for it and watch it now. But if you're like, you know the story of Mulan, you've seen the animated, you're curious, but you kind of like can wait until December because you have Disney Plus, then I would wait until that comes out. That's when it's available for all Disney Plus subscribers without the premium. Shang-Chi, I am not sure when that is coming out. Is it 2021? I believe production
think it might be even later, because I don't even think they've started.
Let's find
out. They have
out.
Not finished. As far as I know, they have not finished pre-production. I don't think they've even started primary shooting yet.
Shang-Chi movie. Oh, they have started, because
they have started.
That's where Simu Liu, if you follow his Instagram, he was like stuck in Australia, because that's where the one of the sets is, I'm guessing. And so according to Wikipedia, and I don't know how accurate this is because I don't know when the last time it was that they updated, but it says May 7th, 2021. I don't know if that's gonna like
change, and I'm wondering how difficult it is going to be for movie productions to start shooting again, because there's going to be a ton of studios that are like, we can shoot, everyone go shoot, go to your different locations.
Right.
And other people might be shooting here. And I know it's like, technically it's all over the world that you can shoot, but I think that as soon as they're able to really just start doing as much footage as they can, it's going to be interesting to see how much.
I'm going to invite some of our movie bunch to the stream.
Oh, okay.
So go ahead, continue.
So I'm just really curious on how well they're going to be able to facilitate all of these different movies shooting at the same time. kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So, but I'm pretty sure that they'll be able to pull it off. But, all these other movies are just going to get bumped back that we're supposed to be shooting at this time.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just writing to our Discord group because I know it's a smaller, more condensed group. But if wow, I can't speak. If any of our movie bunch would like to actually join us for this last few minutes that we have left, I'm gonna go ahead and drop the private link to the stream if you want to join. If you'd like, you absolutely are not obligated to, but I was seeing in the chat. So go ahead and click on the link, and if you have a webcam and all that stuff, you can. And I think you can do it on your phone, so you can come on in. I think I can only do up to like 4 extra people at once. So if you don't get in right away, do not freak out. We'll try to rotate everybody in. And thank you so much, Devin TV. Oh my gosh,
Devin, thank you so much
for your super chat. Wendy, what are you doing? Are you doing anything Disney for your birthday? I wore a Disney shirt. My
she
Zoom
got her
Zoom
little
shirt.
her little Zoom Zooms.
My little Zoom Zoom shirt, and I actually was gonna go for a different top, but it was so hot in the apartment and so hot in LA that I was just like, you know what? I think I am going to just put on a tank top. For Disney, I don't think I'm doing anything Disney today. Normally, I would have gone to Disney World.
Disneyland.
Disneyland. Oh, sorry. And I know that it's also possible to drive and go down to downtown Disney, but I'm a little weary of that. And it's not like we haven't been out in the public with other people, but we are just not gonna take the drive. It is hot to go down to
it's hot.
Disney.
Yeah, we don't want to be outside, so we're not going to go outside.
We're gonna say hello to Blackbono. I don't think Blackbono has a webcam, but that is okay if you want to say hello.
Hey, how's it going, man?
I hear kids. Blackbono, you're live on air with us. Let us know if you're there. Oh wait, I see a private chat.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
How are you?
I'm all right. I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. Trying not to die of the heat. Thanks for being a part of our crazy movie bunch community, and thanks for stopping by the stream.
It is like 91 degrees here in Florida right now.
Oh wow. Wait, okay, that's too private. I was gonna say we're in Florida, but I feel like that's too like private because not everybody wants to. But wow, yeah, I feel like overall it's just hot all over the state.
Yeah, it is. It's really burning, and I'm sweating. I'm sweating, and I think I saw something. I'm just kidding.
I know I'm sweating like behind my knees because I'm sitting crisscross applesauce, and I'm just like, I didn't know I could sweat back there. It's very uncomfortable.
I know we have the AC set at a certain temperature, so because we don't want to blow up our AC. That's the last thing we want. Like, just pump
that
it
happened
out.
a few years ago.
You don't want to do that. You definitely don't want to do that. You definitely don't.
No, it was absolutely crazy and insane. We also have Debbie joining us. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, guys.
Hello, dude.
Bunches in the stream.
This is so cool.
This is the best ever. Debbie, what shirt are you wearing? I feel like she's wearing like a Captain Marvel. Oh, it is Captain Marvel.
Good call.
Right. I saw it for like a brief second when she was moving the camera. It looks awesome.
That's exactly what it is. It's her universe.
Yes. Amazing. So our question to Blackbono and Debbie is, I had a bunch of like birthday questions. So I'm going to ask you guys, what is your favorite birthday treat?
Treat? Oh.
Like dessert or treat?
I guess that could also like qualify as like your favorite birthday cake flavor, like the one you're like, oh, this is the one. Like anytime your mom asked you, hey, what did you want? This was like the one that you're like, I want this one.
For definitely Oreo cookie birthday ice cream.
Ooh.
Get that like, you always have to have ice cream.
That sounds good. You know what I want?
Right now, anything
ice
cold
cream.
right now just sounds good too.
Yeah.
Cake. Chocolate chip cookie cake.
Whoa. Oh, those big ones?
No, it's like a little it's almost like a pizza pie, but it's like chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, like a Pizookie, but bigger.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, like a Mrs. Fields has those. Those
I
are
love those.
I got it once. I didn't get it for me though. I got it for somebody else. And I remember I was like cutting into it and I was like, I want the middle piece. But then the birthday person wanted the middle piece. And I was like, dang it.
Fine, I'll take the one that's off middle, just a little bit.
Oh, I know. I used to fight with people as a kid, go like, "That's my piece. That's my piece."
That's my piece.
What was it about? I mean, the middle piece was always the best. I know, what is it? My mom used to make these cinnamon rolls, and me and my older brother would always fight over the one cinnamon roll that was in the middle.
Yeah.
And then they kind of tricked me. They were like, they switched it up.
Yeah. Oh man.
But like, what is
Thank
it?
you, Amer, for your super chat.
Thanks, Amer. But my thing that I always asked my mom when I was younger was she made this red velvet birthday cake that had like layers. It was like 3 layers and had like cream on the inside. And like she always made this. And I'm like, so after a few years, she was like, "Well, do you want something different?" I was like, "No, that's what I want." So, hey,
hear that.
Hey, we have a super chat from the Real Rejects. Hey,
Woo!
Greg and John, how are you? In the middle, and also happy belated birthday to John. It was just his birthday, like literally like a couple of days before. So like, yay, Virgo season. And I think there was also another super chat that I'll put up right after this that says it was also their birthday and it's Virgo season. Greg and John says, in the middle of a lot of shooting while it's dealing with a broken AC. Oh God, I'm so sorry. Otherwise we jump in, but did want to say happy birthday in the meantime. Thank you so much, you guys. We love them.
Thanks for stopping by.
It's been so long since we stopped by there. I don't even know what they look like anymore.
Wait, I sent you with the GIF from the Collider Star Wars with you.
Yes. Yeah. Oh God, that was fun time. That was like one of my favorite things that we did for Collider. That was one of my favorite things. That was James Wheeler. That's what it was. Yeah. Do you guys have a favorite for Blackbono and Debbie? You guys have. I mean, I know you, Debbie, have seen Star Wars. Blackbono, you've seen Star Wars, right? You're caught up with all the Star Wars stuff.
Oh yes.
Do you guys have a favorite character?
I remember when I was young, the first Star Wars toy that I ever got in was the Star Trooper. The Star Trooper. My mom bought it for me.
Aww.
And I was so excited. I was very excited about it. I'm like, oh.
That's so sweet. That's the best.
I remember.
And that was actually my first time knowing about Star Wars. That was my first time knowing about Star Wars.
So your mom brought you into.
So when I saw Return of the Jedi, I said, "Wow, this is a great movie." Is any other movie after that? So I actually did watch all the movies, and most especially the prequel. So I really enjoyed it. I love it.
Nice. That's a great memory. What about you, Debbie?
For
Any
me-
favorite Star Wars memories or characters?
Well, here's the funny thing for me is that with Star Wars, I came into it later in life. I was in my teens when the first trailers for Phantom Menace showed up, and I was like, "Oh, this looks cool." So my parents said, "Go back and watch the first episodes 4, 5, and 6 first before you see it." And so a friend of ours had them on VHS, so got to watch them then, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is awesome!"
Yes.
And so then like Leia, of course, became my favorite. And now I actually do really love Rey. I really do love Rey for her strength. And yeah, you hear the rumors online about her being the Mary Sue, whatever. But it's just it was an inner strength that she had to come to realize. She had to kind of learn it that it was in her. She didn't know it was there.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's so weird
Adam's
too. And
coming in as
sometimes some other people are talking about like their experience with Star Wars. I remember this age when I saw it. I don't remember ever being like the first time I saw Star Wars, because I think like the whole story is that my mom saw the original Star Wars when she was pregnant with my older brother. So ever since then, Star Wars has kind of been on like an endless loop in my house. So even some of my earliest memories are of Star Wars. So there was never a moment to where they were like, "Hey, let's introduce you to this awesome movie." I've just always kind of grown up with it.
Yeah.
And I envy people sometimes who are able to like be introduced to it for the first time and have them just be like, oh, this is so cool. Because I never kind of got that moment. I just kind of, you know, like, oh, Luke Skywalker, and like just take those
like
wrapping papers and just go around and start hitting people.
And your parents like, stop hitting your brother. Ah! It's amazing.
That kind
Do you know what's interesting about Star Wars?
What's
interesting about Star Wars? What's interesting about Star Wars is that it resonates with a lot of people around the world.
Yeah.
And I kept asking myself, did George Lucas ever think this would be happening when he first did it? I don't think he did.
From what I remember, he didn't. He had no idea that this was going to be as big as it was. And even I remember seeing an interview with Mark Hamill. And this is when I think it was before the prequels. And they were interviewing him. And he was saying, yeah, you know, I took Star Wars because I was a new up and coming actor. And I was like, oh, no one's going to watch this Star Wars movie. This is going to be a great first movie for me to go out and kind of get my feet wet in this Hollywood acting business. And then all of a sudden it exploded. And he's like, what happened? This was supposed to be an easy start. And all of a sudden I'm hitting the road going 90 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing. And I'm like, oh, Mark Hamill, if you had only known what you were getting yourself into.
I know. We love Star Wars.
Yeah, for sure.
Adam, we're going to wait for Adam's device to connect. Because, hold on.
No, maybe, kind of.
Hold on.
We'll get, as soon as he's
give it, Movie Bunch Adam entering our
Hello.
stage.
Adam, it's so great to see you.
Hello, movie couple. How you doing?
Hi.
Doing
You
good.
look great. You sound great. We've missed you. This is the first time we've seen Adam since.
It's probably been
Well over a year ago.
No, really? We saw you guys in February, right? No, it was.
Nope. I've been trying to see you at February, but you were busy having fun at the food and wine that you were too busy to see me. So, but yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is I, Adam, aka Great Supersonic Hero 10, aka Adam Robertson Photography, aka the Great Photographer, and all that too. How y'all doing today?
Adam takes really good photos.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Adam?
Hello
How you
there.
doing, Adam?
Nice to meet you. Who am I talking to, perchance? Because I wasn't actually looking at the stream, so please reveal your true identities.
Debbie.
Debbie, gotcha.
Blackbono.
I can hear you. Oh, nice. Hello there.
It's Blackbono. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for clarifying.
This is the first time we've ever done like any sort of a live stream. I mean, I know we've had guests. We've had Gray. You know, we've had Roka. Today we had Jay Washington and Perry and Ken Apsock. But we never.
My apologies for my lighting. But
I was just like seeing in the chat, like, hey, let us come in and chat for a little bit. I was like, you know what? We're like getting to the end of the stream, and the whole point is to kind of celebrate with everybody. So the pork.
Oh
yeah, this is my pork, Milo. Say hello, Milo.
Hi, Milo.
Is that the one that actually does like the mouth movements?
Yes, unfortunately, the lighting is not good on him. He's right. All right. There we go. Much better.
From the Creature Shop.
Oh, there it is. I have to admit, those I'm so tempted to get one of those because I wanted to take it to where I work. I work at a kids museum, and just to have that little puppet playing around with kids, and because you have all the sounds right there when you pull the trigger.
Oh,
there they are.
Yes, he's what I call my emotional support porg. He's one of my many assistants on Batu. When I'm there, I usually the only real downside is children really and adults really want to grab him, and it's like you have to ask me permission, and I do allow pets if asked. Photos are kind of one of those I'm 50-50 about.
Wow. But since we have some of our movie bunch in here, and I wanted to kind of like give you guys a couple of like your chance to give your take on your favorite movie of 2020 so far, and this can be.
Oh shoot!
Like,
it's a shorter list than usual.
It's a shorter list than usual. It could be something that was quote unquote released in theater or on VOD or streaming, and there's like we're
One
not.
second.
Yeah.
You're like,
sorry, I'm listening.
And we'll give you guys some time to think.
I actually have my answer already.
Oh, go for it, Debbie.
Little Women.
This is his
Oh yeah, it came out at the beginning of this year.
good
Great
choice.
movie.
Yeah.
Good movie. I like the way that they, because everyone's heard the story of Little Women. I love how they kind of did the time switching around, kind of a thing. I thought that was a really interesting take on how to do it.
And with and it was Saoirse Ronan, and the fact that like when she played Jo, she wasn't the stereotypical Jo. Like she got for what she wanted, rather than just going like, "Oh, I need to write it." Wait, what? I need to write the book. Like what?
Yeah, it's such a good movie. It's a great retelling. I absolutely loved it, and I won't ruin it for anybody else in the chat, but I didn't, because I asked Dustin. I was like, "Oh, you know the story of Little Women?" He's like, "Oh yeah." So I straight up ruined a specific plot point for him by accident, because I was like, "Oh, I wonder how they're going to showcase this part." And he's like, "This happens." I'm like, "Oh no.
What?
Oh no." So yeah,
It was one of those things that, if I hadn't like, I'd seen bits and pieces of it. I've heard like parts of the story. So I felt like I knew it. So when Wendy asked me, "Oh yeah," I was like, yeah. There's probably nothing you can really spoil for me. And then sure enough, there was just one big thing that I hadn't known yet.
yeah.
Oops.
In terms of my favorite of the year, well, that's the thing. I can't really, because the year's still going on, I haven't really pinpointed that yet. But objectively speaking, I can definitely say, in the realm of live action, I think The Five Bloods would probably be one of my favorites, followed by, let me see. I'm literally just looking through the list right now.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, oh shoot,
because of my, even though I would be considered a corporate shill by saying this, because I do work for Disney, but I don't have that much bias. I actually really did enjoy Mulan, but that's not my favorite of the year. But I do want to point that out because, yes, I do like films. Let me see here. Birds of Prey. I'm going to mute myself because I don't like my voice. How funny is it? Let me see. I'm trying to think here. I mostly watch lots of television, really.
You have a favorite TV show?
Well, favorite TV show.
We can widen the subject a little bit more. We'll even accept like things like Tiger King kind of a thing.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
I have to admit, it was a guilty pleasure. It was one of those things to where you're sitting down, you're like, you're watching a certain kind of quality of character, I guess you can say.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That you're enjoying, and it's like enjoying watching a train wreck kind of a thing.
If you're going to include that, sorry, Adam. I'm gonna throw out there Athlete A. It's that doc I've been trying to get you to.
Yeah, we have it on our watch list. We have it saved. The one from when you first told us, I was like, okay, I gotta save it, but I still haven't watched it. Now this is about the women.
In a nutshell, it's the story about the Larry Nassar USA Gymnastics situation from the perspective of the gymnast who was known for the most part as Athlete A.
Okay.
And then her name has been revealed, and she's one of the most well-known gymnasts, especially from the college scene, in Maggie Nichols. So it's a well-made doc. But I've also have met two of the women who've been survivors of the Larry Nassar situation.
Nice.
And it just hits a lot of notes. It's so good, so good.
Yeah, that's definitely
Yeah.
I would, well, of course, I think probably another one on my top 10 favorite films of the year definitely goes to the film that's like the last film that I saw in theaters, which was Onward.
That was a really cute movie.
I'm one of the very few people who I think I saw it in its 2-week theatrical run. So
yeah, that's awesome.
All right, check out, guys. Happy birthday.
Thank you,
Thanks
Debbie,
for
for
stopping by,
hanging out.
Debbie.
Thank you so much. Be
Yep.
safe.
Great finally meeting you.
You too, Adam. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Debbie.
Blackbono, what is your favorite movie or TV show that you've seen so far? I guess like maybe during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this year for the movie, very surprising. I have to admit, I thought it was going to be terrible, but after seeing it, I said,
Hi,
"Oh wow,
Navi.
Harley Quinn, Harley
All right,
Quinn,
Oh,
nice.
Right. It was a really fun movie.
Harley Quinn,
wait,
Harley Quinn was
for the
really good.
or the
Oh, it's-
series?
The TV
The
series,
movie.
I would
The
definitely
movie.
put.
The movie.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's good.
Harley
It's good.
Quinn,
I
the
don't know with
movie
it.
was really good.
Mhm.
The
The
movie is
second
really
one,
good.
say that again.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. What'd you say?
The second movie was 1917.
Ooh,
Good choice.
great
that was
pick.
really good.
Epic movie. Fantastic
Yeah.
cinematography. Of course, Roger Deakins. Like I just
Mm-hmm.
you
One of
know
my
you're gonna
heroes.
like be so happy to see whatever it is that he shot on screen. It's always gonna look good. Yeah, those are great picks, Black Mono and Adam.
Yeah.
Great
And
picks.
someone
Yeah.
was saying,
That's what
what is it in the chat? If we're talking about TV shows, I loved the last 4 episodes of season
Clone
7
Wars.
of Clone Wars. Oh,
Yeah.
I love those episodes. Those were
Oh,
Speaking of which,
Lightsaber.
ah,
Which one's that one, Adam?
yeah.
this is my original Peace and Justice lightsaber that I built at Sabi's workshop during previews. Actually, this is my my protection and defense lightsaber, which is a blue kyber.
Nice.
I have every kyber crystal except for black. I'm not planning on getting that anytime soon, but yes. And since we were also praising this earlier, okay. Here it is. I have 2 of them. Here is my the infamous satchel that Dustin has been gushing about.
There it is.
That is such a cool satchel. Now, did you buy that or did you make that?
Yes, I bought it. It's you can buy it at Doc Undar's Dynamite Goodies. It's not free advertising, but I'm sorry, this is not paid advertising. Let's say. Also, for all you Erebus features, this does spell Force Wielder.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
That's
I highly recommend to those who are building their own lightsaber or buying the ones from like the Legacy Sabers, invest in one of these because it's a lot more sturdier and it's also not made out of because the material they basically use for the Savi's saber carrier is the same material you use for a disposable shopping bag.
Mhm.
So it will, after time, it will erode. So.
Okay.
Good to know. Good to know.
Mhm. Plus, it also has pockets that are magnetized, so you can put your kyber crystals or whatever stuff you want to do, and it's also overall comfortable.
Nice. Oh,
And I have seen people actually customize theirs, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Maybe we'll take because you have a satchel as well. Maybe we can paint it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll take some fabric safe paint and paint it and give it
Make
some
it look a little bit spiffier.
give it something, give it some stuff. All right.
Hey
Well, you guys,
guys, I want to throw this in. Cobra Khan. That's my favorite TV show this year. Cobra Khan.
Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
It's on YouTube right now.
Cobra Khan.
Yeah.
Cobra Khan.
It was on
Wow.
YouTube. It's now on Netflix.
Now that it's on Netflix,
I-
we're going to binge.
I banged the whole series, and I could not believe it. I said, they did a great job. They did a
Yep.
great job. And I'm looking forward for season 3.
Nice. That just gives us more like reason to. I mean, as if there wasn't enough reason already, but it gives us even more reason to tune in and watch because when it was on YouTube, like I signed up for the 7-day trial thing, but then things had like life happened, so I couldn't. I knew I was not going to finish the series within the days that I had left because of like work and all this other stuff. So I was like, crap. Okay, so I canceled my subscription so I wouldn't get charged for it. And then and then like it was just gone and I was like I'm never gonna see it again, and now it's finally on Netflix. One of our Patreons and a movie bunch, Demos, was like hey, did you know it was actually on Netflix? And I knew it was coming to Netflix. I didn't know it had actually hit Netflix, so that just makes me really excited. that we have way more things to,
We
even
got a
more
lot of
things
stuff
to
to
watch.
watch.
Yeah, there's a lot. Our watch list looks crazy right
Yeah,
now.
even during the times we still find that we never have the time for everything because there's so much to do.
Yeah.
Like,
I
you
know
know
people
what?
think like pandemic, like, oh, you have all the time. It's like, no, but I actually don't.
No,
Yeah.
you don't. I know it's weird. I mean, because editing just takes up so much time.
Yeah, because you sit there, you watch through it, and then you watch through it again, and then when you upload it to private, and I do a final watch through because I just feel like something must be wrong, and I watch it again, and sometimes I do find something wrong where I'm like, oh, I wanted to put this effect in, or I wanted to crop the shot this way, and then
Yeah.
upload and stuff like that. So it can take a minute, but it's what we chose to do. So
It's the same thing when I'm editing photos. Because for those who don't know, I am a professional photographer when I do all my stuff, and it's fun when I'm sharing like cosplayers, for instance, and then when I see it reposted, I realize, oh, I probably shouldn't have done that or whatever. But it is one of those things where it is a learning experience. So you do have to take what you can get.
Wendy is so much better at it than I am, to where she can probably get through like one whole episode of editing something, and like she'll be working on the next one and almost putting another one up, and I'll be like still kind of figuring out how to do what I'm trying to edit, and I'm like, hon, how do you do that? Can you help me with this? So I'm like,
you're getting it figured
out. It's one of those things that like if you're cooking and then like your kid wants to help you cook, it ends up taking longer than if you just did it yourself. So it's one of those things that I feel like I'm helping, but not really.
This is fine.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us for the birthday stream. My stomach is grumbling. I literally have only had this bottle of water to drink for breakfast. And it's 2:45 our time, which is PT. So on East Coast.
Same here.
Oh, yeah. So we are going to go ahead and say our goodbyes. Thank you so much to Debbie and to Blackbono and to you, Adam, for hanging out with us, taking the time to watch the stream and to hop on the stream.
Thank you.
The movie bunch.
So great seeing you guys.
So
thank you so much. Yeah, and happy birthday, Wendy. I hope you
so
end up with an amazing day.
Thank you, everybody. We will see you. Hey, look, on Wednesday. We will be there on Wednesday stream.
Yep.
All right, you guys.
I'll try to be there.